Britt in Arkansas says, I saw a post on X that asked the question, who is a more believable world champ, Sami Zayn or David Arquette? I replied and said, well, I'm not a big Sami guy, but at least he is a wrestler. Someone that appears to be in Vince Russo's close circle had a meltdown, calling me a mark, and questioned why I am building a case for Sami when it's a TV show. I replied it bombed, and it hasn't been done since on a major promotion, and etc. What are your thoughts on it's a TV show type of booking versus pro wrestling show booking? Is there a difference anymore? Thanks, guys.
I'm confused on the question, but still.
Well, I'll re-ask it. I'll re-ask it and I think what they're getting at is pro wrestling is a TV show, so therefore it doesn't matter if David Arquette is the world champion.
Okay, if it's a TV show, David Arquette would not be in. If we have wrestling on the show, he's not trained to be a wrestler. He's trained to be an actor. Yeah, he could do the backstage scenes, but he couldn't do the ring stuff. So you got to go with Sami Zayn on this. Sami Zayn's a hell of a wrestler. He does good interviews, and he's good on. This is what Sami Zayn's good at. He can make his opponent look as devastating as you would like him to appear, because he understands the business. Now, where did he get his training? I have no idea. He may have understood the basic concept of performing wrestling in front of fans naturally. I know a lot of guys never took a lesson in their life, but they're great because they understood down deep in their soul, I guess, they understood what it took to be a wrestler. And of course, they would take hints from here and there and wherever. But Sami Zayn, I don't know who trained him. Maybe he didn't need to be trained. He could just do it by watching. Some people can do that. But I think if I had a wrestling company, and what was the guy's name? Sami Zayn and who? Who's the actor's name?
David Arquette.
David Arquette. Yeah, I would take Sami Zayn.
There's got to be a semblance. There's got to be semblance of believability with pro wrestling because, I mean, people's credulity will only be stretched so far. I mean, it's stretched an awful lot with pro wrestling as it is. But then if you just have, David Arquette winning every belt throughout, well, because it's fake and it's a TV show, and you're just plugging this person into this role and and there are very few defenders of the David Arquette thing. I know Vince Russo obviously wrote it and he defends it as well, but there's very few defenders out there for it.
Yeah, that Dirty Doug can make you go broke. Yeah. When you say, Dirty Doug, that can drive you into bankruptcy real quick. Yeah, you got to put wrestlers are actors, but actors are not wrestlers. They have stunt men for that that have no personality. That's why they're not actors. So you get in where you fit in. And I think if we went back to the territorial days, Sami Zayn would do great in that because I think he likes to work a lot. And if we ran the territorial days by him again, he could work 7 days a week and sometimes 10 times a week. So you got 7 days if you work 5 days, 1 day, and then twice. You're working 9 times a week. And a TV, you could work 10 times a week easily back in the territorial days. So I'll take Sami Zayn.
What was your reaction when you heard that David Arquette from Scream at the time and Friends and whatnot? What was your reaction when they gave him the world title of WCW? Because that belt was already dead. I think people kind of forget about this, but that world title was dead because they had killed it dead with 18 months, 2 years of horrible booking.
Okay, who did he beat for it? I got to go over this again.
It was one of those tag team matches. It was a tag team match where a singles title was on the line, and I think he pinned Eric Bischoff.
Oh, that's okay. If he was pinning Bischoff, that was fine. Because Bischoff, they would kind of put on the same level as Arquette, and that was fine. And it was, to me, it was entertaining, I thought. And to have the push with Arquette being a wrestling fan, it was good. And it made pro wrestling a little more mainstream. And by and large, wrestling is, I guess it's more mainstream now than it's ever been, especially with social media.
But I still wouldn't have Logan Paul as champion. I think that would be a bridge too far for wrestling fans today. Even though he's really good at what he does, he's still a celebrity wrestler.
I think it gets to the point he has actually proven himself that he can hang with the guys that do it. And I see nothing wrong with him. Does he have the belt still or no?
No, he's titleless at this point, I think.
So, but he won the title, didn't he?
No, he didn't win the world title. I think he was like US champion.
Okay. Well, but he was a champion, or no?
No, he's never been world champion. But he has had a belt, but not the main one. So once again,
has he won a underneath championship?
Yes, he's won the US.
Oh, okay. No, he's good enough, and I think that gets it a lot of press, and it gets a lot of media talk about him, and I see nothing wrong with that. But you look at what he does. He did that same move that Seth did when he jumped from corner to corner. Didn't he do that same move, something similar to that?
Yeah.
And he made it. Oh, he jumped from the top of the cage. That's what it was. That's a hell of a move to do. Oh. Okay, let me ask you something.
Yes.
You've never had a wrestling match, have you?
No.
And Logan Paul learned most of this in, 4 months, 5 months? Trained for it? Do you think you could get on top of a cage and jump off to the table after hitting this guy? Do you think you could do that, or would you even attempt to do it?
I think it doesn't matter how long you've been wrestling. You can either talk yourself into it or there'll be no talking you into it.
But I'm talking about you. Could you do it?
I could do it. I don't know if I could do it and live.
But would you do it?
Probably not, no. Unless there was like some ridiculous payoff. No.
Well, if there was a ridiculous payoff, yeah, I'd do it because I could protect myself enough to not actually kill myself. But that's a hell of a dive, and you're traveling pretty fast when you hit. So,
I was saying that WCW, the title was dead. So David Arquette pinned Eric Bischoff for the world title. It was whoever got the first pinfall won the belt.
What is more unbelievable is Bischoff being in it.
He's had quite a few wrestling matches over the years, I tell you. Here's the other thing, is that David Arquette was teamed with Diamond Dallas Page, but David Arquette won the title against Eric Bischoff. Mm-hmm. So he took the title away from his own tag partner. But I want to give you this, right? David Arquette was champion for 12 days, right? DDP, who was champion before him, was champion for 1 day. The person before him was Jeff Jarrett, who was champion for 8 days. After David Arquette, he lost the belt to Jeff Jarrett, who was champion for 8 days. Ric Flair, 7 days. Jeff Jarrett again, 1 day. Kevin Nash, 6 days. Ric Flair, less than 1 day. And then to get another title reign in double figures, you have to go to Jeff Jarrett again, who held the belt for 41 days after winning it in Salt Lake City, Utah, from Ric Flair. So it's just...
that tells me, by just hearing this, they had a TV company. They were changing hands on TV, right?
Oh, yeah. Every single one. Pretty much, they were practically all on free TV. I mean, that was Slamboree, that was Spring Stampede. All the others were Nitros and Thunders.
You know what? The shortest time I ever had or held a title? The shortest time?
No.
About 15 minutes.
Which one?
No, it was when it was a Mid-America title. Mm-hmm. And I remember I won it on TV, and Randy Savage came out and challenged me for it. And I said I'd give it the title another time, but not today because I've just won it. And he said, well, if you're a coward, say you coward. And all of a sudden he slapped me and run my head into the post. Down I went. And then later on, I come out on the same show and I said, tell Savage if he wants a part of me or whatever, come on right now. And he said, I'll only come if you put the title up, which made sense. That's what he wanted. So I put it up and he beat me. And about 15 minutes from the time he blooded me up, which made sense.
Next question. Well, you were concussed as well.
Yeah, I was.
So it was all making sense.
I was not stupid.